From the void came all creation, and with it, the avians. Time spun its endless wheel until a marvel appeared. A glowing gate, suspended beneath the heavens. Through it emerged an avian, clutching a relic of immense power. This was Duriel, God-touched and wise, who came to bestow prosperity. He taught his kin to bend the threads of causality, unlocking the secrets of eternal life. In awe of his gifts, they worshipped him as a deity, but destiny is unrelenting. Life must yield to death. The avians, tampering the causality, began their undoing. Duriel implored his people to heed the will of heaven and embrace their fate by transforming into humans. Greed, however, is a cruel master. Led by Bailing, a faction of avians turned on their own, harvesting their fallen to fuel dark rituals and defy causality itself. Conflict was inevitable, ideals clashed, and war engulfed the skies. In a final act, he prayed for divine strength and struck Bailing with the relic, wounding him deeply. The act fractured causality itself. The relic splintered into 5 shards, scattering across the earth. Duriel relinquished his divine powers, severed his wings, and took human form. Leading his surviving kin, he sought refuge among humanity, helping establish the Shu dynasty. The people of Shu revered him as the god of Shu. Temples rose in his honor, and blood offerings flowed at his altars. But the threads of causality cannot be mended. The cycle remains unbroken.
Benvenuti su Wuchang Fallen Feathers. Lingua test italiano, lingua voci inglese, sottotitoli sì, confermo. Luminosità così, qui. HDR no. Questo gioco non funziona di salvataggio automatico. Quando compare questa icona vuol dire il salvataggio in corso. Questa è un'opera di finzione. Qualsiasi somiglianza a persone, gruppi, eventi, linguaggi, terminologie reali puramente casuali. Bene. Wuchang Fallen Feather. Ne ho sentito parlare molto bene mentre accettiamo l'accordo, il contratto di licenza, e sono blind. Tutto questo, vediamo un po' qua, vibrazione controller bassa, situazione schermo sì, suggerimento testi sì, sottotitoli sì, modalità streamer. Disattiva il sangue e le scelte coerenti in gioco, alcuni elementi vengono modificati. Io direi di no. Violenza sì, interfaccia sì. Interfaccia normali, ripristinare definiti no. Opzioni visuali, prospettiva ravvicinata, prospettiva classica. La prospettiva ravvicinata, la visuale ruota con il personaggio quando ti muovi a destra e a sinistra, con la visuale classica il protagonista è al centro dello schermo quando ti muovi a destra e a sinistra. classica. Vita visuale sempre 7. Inverti no. Rivista visuale verticale. Questi qua no. Volume principale, volume voci lo alzo un poco. Volume musica un po' si abbassa. Volume effetti va bene, volume principale va bene. Questo me lo spiegherà il tutorial. Priorità di FPS, sì. Nitidezza alta, blocco di FPS, sì. Codatura movimento no, profondità di campo no. Azione lingua va bene. Detto questo, nuova partita. Entra nel sonno. Materiale per protezione dell'arma. Una piuma rossa può essere assorbita alla riserva per avere accesso alla compressione di un'arma. Morte follia. Morire fa aumentare la tua follia. Muovi la visuale, muovi il personaggio. Ok. Cambia incantesimo, lancia incantesimo. Oggetto. Azione rapida. Cambia arma, attacco leggero, attacco pesante. Queste cose credo me le spiegherà. Anche perché non le vedo bene. L2 è disciplina, L1 arte arma. Ok. Stato del buddista. Se vi chiedete perché sto avendo problemi di vista, è perché sono alla scrivania e il gioco è su PlayStation, quindi sono lontano dalla TV. Su qui c'è la Play. Ok. C'è l'attacco e scatto e anche l'attacco e schivata. Non so che cosa sto raccogliendo, ragazzi. Non lo vedo. Nei prossimi episodi mi metto più vicino alla TV, ve lo prometto.
You're awake at last.
You know me. Why am I here?
I came upon you in a brooklet some days past. You lay passed out due to the feathering. I moved you to the cave to recuperate.
Feathering.
I see. No, you not. A man-eating fiend attacked Worship's Rise 6 moons ago. It spread unthinkable horrors, after which many feathers on their bodies. A malady unlike any other, without hope of a cure. I found this silk manuscript on your person. Here, take it.
Hanno scritto di sotto.
Should you have other concerns, pray, speak then.
Tu, chi sei?
My Taoist name is Xuanyang, sir. I came here to help, to treat the feathering outbreak in Worship's Rise. Alas, I have made little progress. Should you have other concerns, pray, speak then.
Cos'è questo posto?
The Reverend Temple. Those afflicted have sought refuge here. This temple was used by Buddhists. It was after the abbot fled that I took on the role of guardian of the sanctuary. Thanks to the officials, we have barely managed to keep this place secure. Should you have other concerns, pray, speak then.
Cosa sono queste piume sul mio braccio? Te l'ha appena spiegato, scemo.
Of the feathering, the afflicted slowly lose their memories. If left unchecked and untreated, the disease will rob them of their humanity entirely. It begins in the limbs, sprouting feathers. Then comes the dislocation of the joints, leading finally to a monstrous transformation. Most victims endure unbearable agony. Judging by how you look, you should count yourself lucky. Your memory loss, while troubling, is a far gentler fate. You may not from what I gathered when I rescued you. It seems you were separated during an attack. That Lu Hongliu is merciless. I dread the worst for your companion. Now that you have contracted this disease and have those blue feathers on your arm, others may mistake you for a monster and strike you down on sight. For now, it is safer to remain in the temple and rest, at least with the soldiers present.
E chi mi assicura che questi soldati non cercheranno di abbattermi? controller inizia ad acquistare.
The name's Charlie from Worship's Rise. Don't you dare look down on me just because I'm crippled. My brother and I were once the town's finest heroes. But now my brother's burdened with finding medicine to treat me. A pathetic fool. How humiliating. You're heading to town, aren't you? Could you do me a favor and deliver this to an oracle there? She's hard to miss. She's had this old bracelet for as long as I can remember. She's a bit different. You'll know her when you see her. I don't know if she's still in town, but please check for me. I'd go myself, but I can't. Not in this pathetic state. If you find her, don't tell her I'm stuck at the Reverend Temple. Tell her I've gone off to make a name for myself. Tell her I'll come back once I've made something of myself.
Poverini. Abbiamo fatto il giro.
Awake. You seem to have recuperated well. The old Taoist mentioned your encounter with that demon, Lu Hong Niu. I am glad to see you on your feet again. But your arm, the feathers are still there. The feathering's a nasty curse. Even the Taoist doesn't have a cure for it. With your skills, maybe you should check out the Shu Sanctum. There could be something there to hold back the feathering.
Le forze del principe Su si incontrarono con Ruelle del marchese Yang. La battaglia si concluse con una sconfitta scacciante. Durante la ritirata tentavamo la popolazione, bruciando e torturando indiscriminatamente alla ricerca di cibo. Chi non aveva veniva bruciato via, chi possedeva il grano veniva risparmiato, la loro crudeltà non riconosceva limiti. Queste sono le cose della Deluxe Edition. Quante cose. Ok.
Most people have to be carried out of the Reverend Temple. You, though, you get to walk out on your own. Xuan Yangzi may be harsh with his words, but he tends to my... Most people have to be carried... Xuan Yangzi may be harsh with his words, but he tends to my eyes every day. Some of the worship's rise folk came here, fleeing, but they didn't stay long. They rushed back out, unaware of how dangerous the world truly. Most people have to be carried out. Xuan Yangzi. Some of the worship's rise folk came here, fleeing, but they
Chi sei?
Tao Ting? Just a humble merchant seeking refuge. I run a small trading business to make ends meet. Do you happen to have any rare goods for me to take a look at?
Questo vaso è l'unica cosa che mi resta.
Smooth to the touch, with a fragrance that's hard to come by. This is no ordinary treasure. Oh, don't worry. I won't be tempted to take it for myself. This place is no paradise for a merchant. I'm thinking of heading to the Shu Sanctum. I hear the Ming troops are stationed there, and it's a safer bet than this old temple. I can trade with you, of course. It would be an honor. But for the real treasures, I'm afraid I'll need to ask for a little favor in return. Some thieves from Annam stole my family's heirloom, an ancient landscape painting. Get it back for me, and I'll make it worth your while.
Che cos'è l'angolo?
By taking the side entrance from the stage at Worship's Rise, then crossing a long bridge. Once you've retrieved the painting, meet me at the Shu Sanctum. I'll have a reward waiting for you.
Ok. Ecco la porta. Offri sangue a un santuario. Dov'è il santuario? Ah, è questo il santuario. Bene, là. Entrare nel sogno. Dopo aver attivato un santuario puoi entrare nel sogno. Entrare nel sogno ripristina rapidamente la tua salute e la tua natura e fa aumentare la storia, tenendo gran parte dei nemici che già sconfitto vengono riportati in vita. Riserva impeto, magazzino. E datemi un secondo, mi avvicino alla TV. Eccoci qua. Per accedere alla riserva impeto dei santuari, qui puoi spendere essenza di mercurio rosso per sbloccare nodi, ottenendo un effetto abilità disciplina. Premi ripristina punti per ripristinare l'intera riserva impeto. Ogni arma ha un metodo diverso per ottenere potenza celestiale. Tali metodi vengono acquisiti sbloccati i relativi nodi della riserva impeto. Puoi anche aumentare la tua potenza celestiale massima dalla riserva impeto. Lama fluida. Colpo improvviso. Dare con potenza celestiale, doppie lame, asce. Fornisce una carica di potenza celestiale. Schiva al momento giusto per evitare completamente l'attacco nemico. E questo mi sembra. Ah, non posso niente. Allora è inutile.
Young lady, are you infected too? Since the feathering outbreak in Worship's Rise, many have fallen ill. First, feathers start growing on your arms. Then you lose your mind. Before long, you turn into a monster that craves human flesh. Lucky for me, Zhang Yanda brought me to the Reverend Temple. His medicines kept me going, but who knows how long it'll last? Your symptoms are lighter than mine.
best stay here and recover. It's utter chaos out there, especially in Worship's Rise. I doubt there are many survivors left. Still waiting for the Taoists to check on me. Take care out there, young lady.
Pillola speciale.
I saw the old Taoist carrying him in the other day. Looks like you got the plague too, huh? Feathers growing on your arm now. Just like mine. He's got a heart of gold, that old Taoist. But who knows if he'll ever come up with a miracle cure for the feathering. I've been stuck here for ages, but no one's been healed yet. Heard the priests at the Shoe Sanctum might have something. I'd risk my life heading there if the road wasn't crawling with danger. If you're still kicking, you might want to head to the Sanctum. It could be your last hope.
D'accordo. Ma andremo verso il santuario Shu nel prossimo episodio. Lo so, questo episodio è stato pieno di dialoghi, però è un primo episodio degno del suo nome. Detto questo, noi ci vediamo nel prossimo episodio.